Hello everybody, welcome back to Mark and Gary on Free. It's Sunday, which means new video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing who the alternate should have been for each season of The Next Step, and also changing who the alternate picks were for the ones where they did have an alternate. So let's get started with season 1, and for season 1 I feel like there wasn't really any weak links or necessarily really strong links. I think everyone kind of stuck to their own style and no one was necessarily very well rounded. The people that I'm ruling out for alternate is the dance captains of the season. So Emily and Michelle are both ruled out from being alternates for season 1.
I include everyone's ideas and I'm fair to the team, and she's the one that drives the team and works as hard, so I feel like as co-captains we can even the team out. And to be honest, I can't do it without you.
I think the alternate for season 1 would have been either Chloe or Stephanie. Chloe missed a lot of rehearsals, even though she was an e-girl and one of Emily's, like, do I even say friends? She was one of Emily's companions. I think she really would have been considered to be an alternate because she just wasn't as... She was dedicated, but she wasn't attending as much as the other people. She had other commitments, and yeah, she'd missed a lot and she was struggling. She'd also just come up from B-Troupe that year, so obviously she's a little bit less experienced than the A-Troopers that had made it to A-Troupe for the second year in season 1.
I'm really nervous. I worked really hard in B-Troupe last year, and I know that A-Troupe is where I belong.
I'm also considering whether Stephanie would have been the alternate as well, because she wanted to be a triple threat,
which is a singer, dancer and actress.
So her attention wasn't just on dance, which meant that she was pursuing other things, and also she wasn't the strongest dancer on A-Troupe. But I think overall for season 1 I would have picked Chloe as the alternate, because Stutter, which they did in regionals, was a jazz dance and Stephanie is a jazz dancer. Chloe was a ballet dancer and she was only just starting to really show that she could do contemporary, I think, in season 1. So she was quite limited in terms of her adaptability, and so yeah, for season 1 the alternate would be Chloe. So season 2, I don't think Chloe would have been the alternate again, because she kind of proved herself. You know, she started working at the studio.
Chloe has had to split her time between job and dance, so I offer her a job here at The Next Step so she can always be around dance.
She also quit her job as a waitress. She auditioned to become Miss National Soloist, so she was really trying to get herself back out there, and I think that would have been appreciated. I'm also ruling out Emily and Michelle again because they were both dance captains. So the person I've picked to be the alternate for season 2 is Hunter, and this is because he was one of the new ones that came and joined A-Troupe that year, and also he wasn't very well rounded. He was pretty like individual in his style. I don't think he'd be able to do, you know, the same stuff as Wes could do, or James or Eldon. He was very much Hunter, and you know, that's great, but if you have to pick one person to be taken out the group dances, I feel like Hunter would be that pick. In season 2, Hunter also caused a lot of drama on the team, so this could be another reason to take him out of the dances and leave him as just like a reservation.
But I really like Michelle, and I want to be the one dating her. But you know, I just wanted to tell you that because we're friends now.
So yeah, season 2, the alternate would be Hunter. So then we have season 3, and this was the first year we had an alternate, and our alternate was Michelle, yeah, and also Amanda.
I'm making you an alternate for internationals. I'm sorry, it was a tough decision, but I need to do what's best for the team.
I'm so upset that I'm now an alternate for internationals. I mean, last year I was Miss National Soloist.
You're not going to be featured in the internationals routines.
I was dance captain, and all of a sudden I'm an alternate?
We need to feature the strongest dancers at internationals.
And I'm the weakest.
I agree with Michelle being the alternate, but not Amanda. I really do feel like Amanda should have been treated just as valuable and just as fairly as everyone else on the team. You know, yeah, she deceived the team in season 2, but she had been on A-Troupe that year as well as season 3, so she was an established member, and by the end of season 2 she'd proved that she wants to be at the next step. So I do really feel bad for her that even by the end of season 3 she still wasn't fully trusted or accepted by Miss Kate to be a Next Step member and be strong enough to compete with the team on stage. Michelle, on the other hand, wasn't as committed. She admitted that herself. She was constantly moving back and forth from her mum and her dad's house, so she missed rehearsal, she was late. So yeah, I agree with Michelle being the alternate for this season. Because we're ruling out dance captains for the alternate pick, that also means that Giselle is out of the question. Other people that I don't think you could consider for the alternate in season 3 are Wes, because he was needed for the finals routine. I feel like he was very pivotal to that routine. Also James and Riley, because they had to do their duet in the tiebreaker round. I also think that Eldon would be exempt from being chosen for an alternate because he was just, you know, impeccable and amazing in season 3. Even though I say I agree with Michelle being the alternate, obviously that means there's one alternate spot left because I don't agree with Amanda, and I feel like this would either be taken by Max or Noah. Both of these dancers are really, really, really great, obviously, but Max didn't have that much of a presence on the team, and I honestly feel like if he was taken out of any of the group dances, he could easily be replaced and it wouldn't be that much of a hindrance. You know, I don't feel like he had that much of a personality whatsoever in season 3, and he really wasn't given justice.
I occasionally square dance.
Then we have Noah, and Noah was new to A-Troupe that year. He was definitely youngest on the team and the least experienced. I feel like if Noah was the alternate, it would have made quite good sense in terms of storylining because he was really struggling with becoming an A-Trooper at first. So Rochelle was telling him, like, you're an A-Troop, you need to be part of the rehearsals.
I really need to prove myself to the team and show them that I'm worthy to be on A-Troupe.
Well, the rest of your team's working on the square dance. Shouldn't you be with them?
What square dance?
The internationals dance.
I don't even know about it. I thought I was part of the team, but no one frankly told me.
And he was having to prove himself and trying to get as good as Eldon, and then Eldon realised he was actually really good, and then it wasn't until he showed off his like blindfolded talents that he was kind of considered valuable to the team. So if Noah was the alternate and then it came to doing that hotel routine at internationals, you know, they know that it's not going to work, maybe Miss Kate says, right, Michelle, I think we need to swap you for Noah because he's the alternate, rather than it just being like Noah because he's got these mad talents. Like, he's also the alternate, which gives him an opportunity to dance, and that would also linger on the fact that Michelle felt very useless that season. So then we have season 4, and once again we did have an alternate this season. It was Cassie. I didn't agree with this decision because I felt like Cassie, you know, she'd had been at the rehearsal, she had this talent, she wasn't ever late or showing any signs of not being committed. So yeah, while she might not be the most, no, she was actually, like, we saw her do hip hop and everything as well, so I don't really get that decision. I would have chosen either Sloane or LaTroy to be the alternate for this season. Obviously, because we're discounting dance captains, Skylar's out of the question. I also think Noah and Rochelle are out of the question because Noah really proved himself in season 3, ready for season 4. He was an established senior A-Troupe member then. He was also needed for his duet with Rochelle, so those two were excluded. With Skylar, also I feel like Michelle should have been excluded from this because she was just super dedicated this season and really brought it back. Both Sloane and LaTroy had a period where they were both like saying, oh, we're not good enough to be on A-Troupe. They can't really do contemporary as well as everyone else. Their only strength is in the styles that they specifically do.
I'm thinking of bailing.
What?
I can only do hip hop, and from what I saw at the auditions, they're technical dancers. I'm not really feeling that.
No?
No.
Okay.
Okay,
Sweet. Okay.
eh?
I'm down.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
I don't know, I'd just fall on my face if I did that.
Sloane's being really negative.
And like, that's fine, but to be on A-Troupe you have to kind of be more versatile than that. So I feel like it would have made sense to make either Sloane or LaTroy the alternate. LaTroy himself had also missed a lot of rehearsals because he was away with his dad. So honestly, I feel like if anybody, I would have picked LaTroy to be the alternate. He just wasn't as dedicated as Cassie seemed to be. Yeah, I would have either had Sloane or LaTroy. So season 5, we are ruling out Piper, Rochelle and Noah, all for being dance captain at some point in season 5. And also I'm ruling out Jackie, Lola and Amy because they've all shown that they can do more than one style. We've seen them do hip hop, we've seen them do either contemporary or acro or their main style. So I'm ruling out all of those people. So the person I'm choosing to be the alternate in season 5 would be Josh because he just didn't have much of a presence or a personality in my opinion. He's very forgettable and he also wasn't very well rounded. Like, even though he was on Emily's team, that was only because she could see how well he'd been working to try and up his technique, and also because she wanted more male dancers on her team. He also didn't really seem to care very much about A-Troupe. I don't know, I just felt like he was very unbothered whether he eventually left or not. So I would choose Josh, or I would choose Ozzy because he'd just come up from J-Troupe literally straight to A-Troupe. He was a lot less well-rounded then that he is now. So either Josh or Ozzy. And then we have season 6, and we're ruling out Noah for this because he was the dance captain. So my alternate picks for season 6 would be between Finn, Kenzie or Davis. I feel like these 3 characters didn't really have much of a personality or a presence on the team, and also in terms of their dancing, they weren't as technical or as skilled as the other A-Troopers that were with them. Those 3 were also the newest A-Troopers to join alongside Lily and Summer, but I feel like Lily and Summer brought a little bit more to A-Troop in terms of their personality and with their dancing. I don't remember who became the alternate. Did they compete in season 6? What even happened? I don't remember who was the alternate. What was the decision? Editing Alicia is here to help. Don't worry, guys. So Finn, Kenzie, Davis and Ozzy all competed to not be the alternate against each other, and Emily and Michelle were the ones that would choose who it would inevitably be. Ozzy was very distracted by the fact that Kingston had just basically been found out for not going to school just so he can take more dance classes and be a better dancer than him, and he didn't think this was fair. Ozzy told Emily and Michelle the situation and they made Kingston the alternate.
I skipped school for the team.
No, you skipping school almost ruined the team. And because of that, you will be the alternate.
A-Troupe all vowed to help Kingston get his schoolwork back up to scratch, so they all helped him out.
What's the diameter?
This.
1 leg is the radius, 2 legs equals the diameter?
Exactly. Math is fun.
But then Davis realised that if Kingston was no longer going to be the alternate, someone else would have to be.
If Kingston's back on A-Troupe, who's gonna be the alternate?
Davis knew she was at great risk of becoming the alternate because she was the newest member of A-Troupe and she also wasn't in any of the dances. She basically knew it was her time to leave, otherwise she just wouldn't get to dance at regionals.
As all of you know already, Davis has left the next step to go to Miss Angela's Encore dance studio,
leaving A-Troupe with only 10 dancers, meaning that they could not have an alternate.
Not having an alternate at a competition as big as regionals is a huge risk. If anybody gets hurt, we have no one.
Then finally we have season 7, and the alternates for this were picked from people who auditioned outside of A-Troupe, so they didn't pick internally, they picked externally. But if we were going based off just on who's on A-Troupe, I would actually pick Kenzie. Even though Lily and Amy have just rejoined the team this season, I feel like Kenzie is still very underdeveloped in terms of her personality, and she's just very forgettable, which is sad because I think Kenzie has so much potential, especially after season 6, because she showed some sass and she was pretty much just someone's friend. In season 6, I really wanted a better storyline for her this season, but we're not really getting anything from her. So I feel like Kenzie, because of her lack of character this season, and also the fact that she's probably not as versatile as everyone else on the team, Kenzie would be my alternate for season 7. So that was me saying who I wanted my alternates to be for each season of the next step from 1 to 7, even if there was no alternates on that A-Troupe at the time. Leave down below whether you agree or disagree, and if you do disagree, tell me who you'd pick instead. That's very interesting. Like this video and make sure you subscribe, because over the past 2 weeks we've gained about 1,000 subscribers from me telling you to actively subscribe, because there's about 70% of you that aren't and you keep watching my videos. So yeah, check down below if you've subscribed or not and just click that button. It's free, you might as well. And I will see you next week for a new video. Bye.